Hello, I'm Scott Lesowitz, also known as Phil from Wings of Pegasus' lawyer friend, and this is my second video, part two now, discussing this problem of alleged scammers, let's say, uploading cover versions of famous songs onto the YouTube Content ID system and then claiming that they own the rights to the song, including the publishing rights. And then once these songs are successfully uploaded, people, whether it's them or other people, probably part of the same, syndicate, then lip sync along to that recording and pretend that they're performing it on X Factor or a Got Talent show. And Phil recently made an update to his video, which was terrific about it. And Phil, thank you so much for linking to my first video about this, which was a reaction to your earlier video. And I wanted to, now that I've seen Phil's update video, I wanted to provide some more content and commentary on two things that Phil focused on heavily in his most recent video. Phil's opinion and discussion as to why he thinks that the videos that the alleged scammers make are not fair use, and I agree with Phil, of course. And then the other is, the other one, which I'll start with first, is this, apparently people were commenting on Phil's video that, who cares about what the scammers are doing? They're just taking Simon Cowell's money. The question is not whether Simon Cowell or the alleged scammers get the money. The question is whether the songwriter of the copyrighted song that was, covered or sung on these, fake Got Talent videos. The question is whether that songwriter gets the money or the alleged scammer gets the money. Because these content ID claims, what the content ID system is flagging is not the use of the video from Got Talent or X Factor. What it's the only thing that the content ID system is flagging is the music. And the music is not from Got Talent or X Factor. It's a cover version of someone's copyrighted song. So no, there's no justification to this because Simon Cowell has enough money anyway or whatever. So I want to go into and show you why I strongly believe these videos are not parodies and they're not fair use. So taking a step back, the fair use statute, and remember, if something is fair use, then it's not infringement. So the fair use statute does not specifically reference parody. However, courts have accepted that parody can be fair use. The most famous case on this is a Supreme Court case from 1994 in which, in a unanimous decision, they found that Two Live Crew's version of Pretty Woman was not infringing on Roy Orbison's version of Pretty Woman because the Two Live Crew song was a parody of the original. So here's the big thing on whether or not these, Got Talent, X Factor, alleged scam videos are fair use, whether they're parody, is that we have to consider two separate things here. One is whether or not it's fair use, whether it's parody, to use the clips, the video clips, images from the X Factor or Got Talent. That's one question. But then the other question, which is one I'll start with because it's easier in my mind, is whether or not it's a parody, whether it's fair use to sing the copyrighted song that they're, lip syncing to or that they're singing. So the big issue here is that while maybe, and we'll get back to this, you could somehow argue that they're parodying the Got Talent and X Factor shows. Like maybe that one where that schmuck is holding his baby while he's, pretending to be singing on X Factor or Got Talent. Maybe you could somehow argue that that's a parody of X Factor or Got Talent, but there's no reason for him to be singing a particular copyrighted song. He's not commenting on that song. And the Supreme Court has found that in order to be protected as parody, the parody has to be commenting, critiquing what the material that it uses. Generally, one cannot use copyrighted material for the purposes of critiquing something completely different that has nothing to do with the particular copyrighted work used. That said, I agree with what Phil says, and that is, as for the video imagery from Got Talent or X Factor, I really cannot see it being a parody because, as Phil discussed, they're making it they're trying to pass it off as if they really are performing on those shows. They're presumably doing that because by claiming that, they'll get more views than if it were just a straight cover video. And many people in the comments actually do believe that it is a real cover version. So I don't really see how this is any kind of biting criticism of X Factor or Got Talent. Okay, I think that's enough for this video. So thank you for watching.